Hey craft lovers, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a DIY party hat, and the theme is Go Bananas in honor of National Banana Cream Day. If you haven't already done so, I have the template available on my website at I.O.U.FAVORS.com. You can find the template under templates under the template tab on my website. All you have to do is cut it out like this one and trace it on a pattern paper of your choice. I chose banana in honor of National Banana Cream Day. This paper is a shimmer paper. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it has some shimmer to it. And again, the DIY template is on my website at I.O.U.FAVORS.com. So right now I am going to get a pencil and I am going to trace it onto the pattern paper. And don't worry about the line. We're going to use an X-Acto knife or a true control knife by Cricut, and we're going to trace it. So right now we're going to trace it with the pencil. I'm going to turn the pattern paper upside down, and because I don't want to get the pencil on the pattern, and I'm going to also do that to the template. You can do it either way, but I choose to do it just turning it over, just a preference that what I do. So right now I'm going to speed up the video as I trace the paper. So I finished tracing the template. Right now I am going to cut. So as you can see, you can't see the tracing line on the other side of the pattern paper. We are going to use our true control knife or X-Acto knife to cut those creases. But before we cut those creases with the X-Acto knife or true control knife, we are going to cut out the template on the pattern paper. I am going to speed up the video so you guys don't need to see me cut in slow motion. And then we're going to use the true control and X-Acto knife. So I am done cutting out the template, and now we are going to use the X-Acto knife or the true control knife. I have the true control knife by Cricut. I love it. It's sharp and it does the job. You definitely want to have a piece of cardstock on the bottom as you're cutting, so you don't cut your table or cut through anything or even cut yourself. So what you want to do is line it up with the template that you cut out on the pattern paper. Make sure it's exact, and make sure you hold it down with one hand as you're cutting, and be careful, do not cut yourself, especially if you have the true control knife, because it is sharp. And you're just going to cut the line, and make sure you cut it out in black and white, because the black line is thick enough so you can see it. And then you're going to cut the crease where the flap is, right there. That little flap you're going to cut, because we're going to need that to flap it inside the cutout on that we cut first. Make sure you cut those. That's very important, because that's what's going to hold the hat together, so you don't have to glue. But I still glue it to secure it, to make sure that it's secure. So you can see the flaps. That is important. And I see that it is too short, but I'm going to see if it closes. If not, I'm going to just put the template over top of it again, and I am going to cut it out. But let's see if it works. So you want to fold it, and it's not long enough like I thought. Yeah, it's not long enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the template on top, and I'm going to make it where I put my little nail indentation. I'm going to go all the way down that way. You definitely want to line it up. Open back up that true control knife, and we are going to cut. As you are cutting, make sure you are being careful. Your fingers are far away from the knife, and you want to make sure you press hard enough so it cuts through. I think that is long enough. So now let's try it out. Let's see if it closes. So, okay, we're going to crease it. And you want to make sure this side is down, and the flap side goes on top of it. So what you want to do is put one of the flaps in first, and then push up or down depending on which one you put in. I am going to put the bottom one in first. So what you want to do is put the bottom one in. You want to slide down, and then you want to go and put the front one in. You want to make sure it's all the way. You want to push, 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 and if you need to go inside of the hat and pull it out. You want to be careful and it's in, but to secure it, I want to make sure it's secure. I want to glue these flaps in so it's make sure it's secure and it don't come loose. You don't have to do it, but I like to do it, especially if I'm making it for a client. So you're going to put a little tab of glue, and this is going to hold it in place to ensure that it doesn't open up while on someone's head. And you're going to do that for both of them. Make sure it's in. This one is a little tricky because it's further up. If you want, you could do the top one first and then the bottom one. It'll make it easier, and it also will prevent it from coming out like mine just did. So definitely do the top one first and do the bottom one last. But all you have to do is just make sure it's squeezed properly. You're going to pull the flap down like I did inside, and you want to just glue it to make sure it's secure. Just like it just came out, the glue ensures that it won't come apart. And you want to just tap it in, and just like that, we have a secure hat. And then you can see the shimmer. You see the light, how it's hitting it. You can see the shimmer in the cardstock that I chose. Super cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's cute. It's the right shade of pink with the shimmer, and with the shimmer it goes like with the color of the banana. It's cute. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use a pop adhesive dots. I got these from Dollar Tree, and these pop adhesive dots, the bigger one, are from Michaels. The link will be in the description below. I'm going to add these bananas, and I have them layered, and the reason I have them layered is so I can get the 3D effect. So the next thing I want to do is figure out where I want to position the bananas that I'm going to do in the logo Go Bananas on the cardstock. Whatever you decide to do, just make sure it is centered. The flap in the back will tell you where exactly it is centered at. I am going to put the Go Bananas maybe on the top. No, I'm going to put it on the bottom, but the bananas I'll put on the top. So you want to start with the back layer, and you can use the adhesive dot. I'm going to try these Dollar Tree ones. I think they're too small, but we'll see and see if this works out. If not, I have my Michaels larger pop adhesive dots, and I will use those. From the looks of it, it may be too tiny, but I will try it out. Let's see. The first thing you want to do, you want to make sure that you have the cardstock in the right spot, and then you add your pop your circle adhesive dots, and then you figure out if it's right on like the spot that you want it, and then you'll add some glue to secure it so it doesn't come off. I'm going to use this Michaels one in the center. The small Dollar Tree ones looks like it works fine. I have them in the right spots, tiny spots. You can always cut the Michaels one in half, so you want to make sure you center it. Again, the center point is the fold in the middle. All right, so I know where I want to put it, and now you're going to add your glue. Again, add that glue. I may need to take off the small ones only because I don't want it flat on it. I want it popped. So I'm going to center the middle Pop-A Dot first, and then I am going to see how it looks. Yeah, see if I like just the middle one. So I'm going to take the smaller ones off because if I fold it, it will be too flat. So yeah, I'm definitely going to leave just the centered adhesive dot on the back of it, and then I'm going to take off the smaller ones. Yeah, so it's centered now. If you need to, just pinch it down a little bit so you can see, and you see if I fold it onto it, it'll be too flat and it wouldn't look right. So I'm going to take these off, And I am going to make sure I get this little bit of glue off so you don't see it. And there we go. Yeah, it's just a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let me take off this last one, and I'm just gonna leave the middle one centered, and there we go. Yeah, that's better. So now let me just add on the white cardstock, and then I'll add the actual bananas. And again, the reason why you want it layered, so you can give it that 3D effect. I will use the Michaels Pop Adhesive Dot, and I'm going to use another one to cut it in half and use it on one side of the banana and then the other side of the other banana. These are more sturdier, and it gives it a definition of 3D that I like. If you have the Dollar Tree ones, you can use the Dollar Tree, but I'm going to be using the Michaels brand. And you want to make sure that you secure it with the glue gun so you know for sure it does not come off. Again, the glue gun will ensure that it will not come off, so make sure you use a glue gun or something that will hold on to the topper that you are putting on the 3D design. You want to center it so then you can see the yellow on the back. And now we're going to add the bananas. It's coming together. It's coming together. So I'm going to again use the Michaels Pop Adhesive Dot. And I'm going to cut them in half and use them on each banana. I will speed this process up because it is tedious and I don't want you guys waiting around as I just put on some pop adhesive dots for the bananas. Again, I can't stress this enough. Please be sure to use the glue gun because the glue gun ensures that nothing falls off and it secures it and makes sure that your presentation is good. And if someone is at the party that needs something done, you'll be the person they call because they're going to be watching your party hat and gonna want it. So make sure that you have it A1 to make sure that everything is good. Now we're going to work on the Go Banana sign, and again I'm going to use the Pop Dot adhesives from Michaels to secure it down. Again, I can't stress this enough. I'm going to keep saying it over and over. Please use the glue gun. Please use the glue gun. And for this, I just need it in the center because I don't want it the flap that hits the ends and make it flat. I do want that 3D effect. So you just want it in the center and you're going to pop it down. Again, you're going to make sure that it's centered and lined up. And that looks just about right. You don't want to press it too much down just in case you need to shift it. But this is good, and I'm going to leave it just like that. And now I'm going to add on the yellow layer, and then I'm going to put on the brown. Yes. Okay. Again, for this one, you can put the Pop Dot adhesives on it, all over it, because you need everything to lay flat on this yellow layer. Whereas on the white layer, you didn't want it all over the back of the cardstock because it would have flattened the white part and it wouldn't have gave it that 3D effect. So please be sure to put the Pop Dot adhesive on the right layers. And please be sure to make sure the cardstock is on the right side. I've had plenty of times where I turned over the cardstock and forgot to turn it back over, and I put the Pop Dot adhesives on the wrong side. So again, make sure you use that glue gun to secure it. If you get anything out of this video, it's use that glue gun to secure it down to make sure nothing falls apart. And yeah, presentation is everything. The details, for me at least, small details is everything that can make or break your project. So be sure to do it correctly. It is centered and you want to press down. There we go. And now we're gonna go with the Go Banana. Since I welded this into 2 parts, I'm gonna use my glue pen and my tweezers to make sure I get the glue all over. I got this glue pen from Michael's, and I'm gonna use it to put the glue all over the place. The tweezer helps to hold it down so you don't get glue on your finger. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And after this, we're gonna add the holes, but I'm gonna speed this process up so you don't have to watch So this is the finished look of the added details on the hat. On top of the hat, we're going to be putting some yarn, a little pom-pom ball. I will show you how to make it. It is super easy. Let me just get this knot out and let's get started. I'm going to speed up the video, but what you want to do is take your 4 fingers and wrap them around the yarn, around the fingers, and then you're going to tie a string and go around the bottom and the top of that yarn, and then you are going to pull it tight, and then tie a knot, and then you're going to cut, and then you're going to glue the bottom of it. The next step would be to add your ribbon so the hat can tie on to someone's head. You will need a hole puncher and you would need ribbon. I got this from Dollar Tree. You definitely want to find a spot not too close to the front where it's not proportioned to a human's head or a child's head, where it can go on the head. And you're gonna go take the ribbon, you're gonna go from the outside and push it in, and you're gonna tie a knot just like that. And when you tie the knot, make sure it's thick enough so it don't go through the hole. And then you're going to cut off the excess. And then you're going to turn it upside down, pull enough yarn, or should I say ribbon, to make sure that you have enough. And this also allows you to even it out on the other side. You just don't want to punch a hole on the other side without measuring it, because then it will be uneven and it will look funny. So you would do that, and then you take the hole punch and then just punch it in. And again, the ribbon goes in from the outside in, so the knot can be inside the hat and you can't see it. And make sure the knot is large enough so it will not slip through the loop. And then you're going to cut off the excess of the ribbon. And that is pretty much it. You also can, if you want to, you can add some lace on the bottom. I couldn't find my lace ribbon, so I didn't do it in this video. But that is pretty much it. Now at the bottom, you're going to cut it so then they can tie it. But this allows you to even it out, pull it out straight, even it out, and then just cut it in half. And now you have it where you can tie it. You could do it as long as you want, short as you want, but the longer the better, because it'll give the person the length that they need to secure it on the head. But I hope you enjoy this. I'm going to show you another way to do the pom-pom on top. So this is another hat that I did, and what you want to do is, I'm doing it with 2 colors. You want to wrap it around your 4 fingers as much as you want. The thicker it is, the thicker the pom-pom would be. You want to make sure you tie that knot, and then you're going to take one piece and make sure you go in and out of your fingers, the top of it and the back of your fingers. And then when you're going to let go, and you're going to squeeze as tight as you can, and then you're going to cut, and you're going to cut, and you're going to make sure you cut all the way through. And then you want to even out the length of the yarn to make sure it's even. Once it is even, you want to make sure that you find the knot that you made, and you're going to put some glue from the glue gun on it. And in that spot, that is where you're going to place the glue, and that's where you're going to sit it on top of the hat. So you're going to put a little dab of glue, and then you're going to hold it in place until it doesn't move on top of the hat. Right on top, and you want to hold it there until it dries. I'm going to speed up the video so you don't have to see me wait as I hold it here. So you just want to hold it down until it's done, and when you're done holding it down, you want to make sure you get the scissors, and you want to fluff it out first, and then you're going to cut all the long edges because you want to even all around. So any long strands of yarn, you just want to clip it, and you're going to clip it to your liking. I just want it round looking. I don't want any excess yarn hanging down onto the design that I put on the hat. So you want to just make sure you just go around and clip any yarn that is uneven, is like coming off a little bit, like this one. You want to cut that because you don't want to see that. You want it nice and neat and perfect. And that is pretty much it. Again, thanks for watching my video. And until next time, craft lovers, make sure you subscribe, like, share, hit that bell notification so you know when I upload new videos. And I'll see you on the next video. Again, thank you for tuning in. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you have an idea of a DIY you want me to do, leave it in the comment section below. But until next time, I'll talk to y'all later.